Hey there. Hi, everyone. Welcome. I'm Karen Yankovich, and it's been a while since I've done a link up your marketing video, but there was a question asked in my Facebook group today, and I thought, what a great way to jump back in. So if you're not in the Facebook group, go to linkedinwomencommunity.com and join us. And then when you ask questions like that, maybe I'll jump on and do a live about it and help you get the answer. So we are live in this Facebook group. We're also live on LinkedIn and in YouTube. And the reason that I'm live on YouTube, and I'm giving you guys a little behind the scenes to this, isn't because I think anybody's ever going to watch it live on the YouTube, but what it does is it allows this video to then live on YouTube. So if you want to know, if you want to watch the rest of the Link Up Your Marketing videos, you can just go to linkupyourmarketing.com. It drives you right to the YouTube playlist for that. You can check out all these videos, right? So anything I can do to simplify my day, simplify my life, I'm all in for. So the question that was asked, actually, well, I'm not gonna call her out on it, but the question that was asked was, how do you find your ideal client? How do you use LinkedIn search to find your ideal client? And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you this two ways. I'm going to show you it in the free version of LinkedIn, and then I use LinkedIn Sales Navigator. I'm going to show you there. Now, I don't make any money on Sales Navigator. I think it's amazing. I wish I got paid to recommend Sales Navigator because I'd be a billionaire, trillionaire, gazillionaire, because I recommend it all the time because it does save you time. And listen, that's the one thing I'm all about, ease, right? Building ease in and not spending tons and tons of time on this stuff. So let me share my screen. We're first going to go, I'm just getting lightning notices now. So hopefully my power stays on. I'm going to share my screen. Hi, Ella. Hold on one second. Share my screen. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen, and what you're looking at is LinkedIn, and this is LinkedIn as you see it. So good to see you here, Ella. All right. So we're in LinkedIn. I'm going to show you first the search. So you guys, I know that you see different things depending on who you are, but this makes my heart sing when I open up LinkedIn and see Tracy Schatz posting, who's in my She's Linked Up Accelerator program, and Jenny Evans commenting on it, who's also in the program. So, I love seeing this stuff, you guys. This is the supportive community that we've created in our She's Linked Up family. So I just needed to shout out to Tracy and Jenny for posting and supporting each other. But we're going to go up here to search, and we're just going to go, hang on one second. I'm going to clear this out, clear search history. Hold on one second. Give me 1 second why is this? I just love how when you go to do this stuff live, it doesn't work the way it used to work. There should be something here that tells us what to search. So let me just put something in. Let's say my ideal clients are realtors. Okay, so I'm gonna just type in this word here, and it's gonna give me this response. And you see across the top here, these filters. So I'm gonna click all filters so I can see all the filters here. So So if you're looking for your ideal client, first thing you want to do is there's two different searches I want you to consider, okay, as I go through this. One is, who are you already connected to that might be your ideal client? And we so overlook this, by the way, you guys. We might already have people in our network that we love that are a part of this. So in that case, we would be saying, let's look for our first degree connections. Let's say it's geography based. Let's say your ideal clients are in the New York area. We've already searched realtors, so we have the ability to search companies, past companies. If you really want to narrow this down, let's say you went to Rutgers, you can use that as a delimiter, because really what you don't want to be hitting people cold. Although this is your first degree network, so we probably don't need this in this. But let's just search. Hang on, you guys, my monitors are covering over each other here. So we're going to click search, and you can see that I have, this is pretty funny, 769 results. In my first degree network. I have more connections than most people have because this is what I do for a living. 769 results of realtors in the New York City area. So in this case, I probably do want to narrow it down even further. So let's go back to all filters, and we're just going to add, we'll add Rutgers because it's just easier that it's here, even though I went to College of New Jersey. But now we have 31 connections. So now, if this is your ideal client, from here you have to eyeball it, right? Now you've got to eyeball it a little bit. But you have the ability to eyeball it, see who thinks it might be a good fit, right? There's 31 results. And if I wanted to now, I could reach out to Carol or Glenn or Anne Marie and say, hey, Anne Marie, we've been connected here on LinkedIn for a while now. We've never really made time to get to know each other, or we met at the conference, or the last time we talked was 3 years ago. Like whatever is true for that first degree contact, right? And then obviously you can reach out to them. So that's one way you can use LinkedIn searches to find your ideal clients. The other thing that I would love for you to do then is go back to all filters, change this from first degree to second degree. And now this number is going to be gigantic because, and again, remember, I'm still narrowing this down by Rutgers, okay? Because we can also say, and we both attended Rutgers, right? So that's what makes it, it's more important on this one. I love connecting with fellow Rutgers grads, right? So that gives you, so now this case, these are people that you're not already connected to. So you want to have a reason to reach out to them. So there's 352 results here. I can connect with Evelyn if she's somebody I want to connect to and just say, hey, Evelyn, I'm looking to dive deeper into my network. I mean, obviously I'm making this up. If, if we're working together, we're going to be more specific about this, right? But, I see we both went to Rutgers. I'd love to know more about your business. Real estate's been so crazy this past year. I hope business is good. I'd love to be connected here, right? Something like that. Now that's how you use them, and so you have, remember, the same search, but two different angles. One is who am I already connected to? And the other one is who do I want to build my network full of? Okay, there's so much more to this that I can talk about here. We're really just strictly talking about the searches here. And actually, let me change this. Certainly you should join our Facebook group if you haven't already. But also, if you haven't checked out our free masterclass, we dive a lot deeper into stuff like this in our free masterclass, the kind of the shifts you need to make to be building relationships here on LinkedIn. But now what I want to do is I'm going to take this search over to Sales Navigator, and you'll see that it's opening up a completely separate interface now. Okay, I love Sales Navigator. So this is the same search, right? The same search that we did here. There was 352 results. Now, for some reason, there's 449 results in Sales Navigator. I can't explain that. But see how we have some other interesting things here, right? This is the one that I like. Now, first of all, if you're a realtor, look at this number. If you're using LinkedIn, you are standing out from the crowd because barely 1/5 of you are using LinkedIn, right? Because what they're saying is of these 450 people that are in this search, only 99 of them have posted on LinkedIn in the past 30 days. If you're looking to build out your, like whatever you're looking to do with this, this is the list I like to search from, because now, remember I said to you, I love Sales Navigator because it saves me time. It builds in the ability for me to, I'm not wasting my time. So like if I worked off of this list, right? 4 out of every 5 people that I'm reaching out to here may or may not even be alive, never mind active on LinkedIn, right? But if I'm working off of this list, 5 out of 5 we know are active on LinkedIn. So I'm not sending connection requests, messages, or things like that to people that I don't even know if they're going to see them, right? So I realize that it does say posted on LinkedIn. It could be that some of these people were active on LinkedIn but didn't post on LinkedIn. But it doesn't matter. To me, that's like semantics. So let's just work off of this list, because this list gives us a list of people that we then can work off of, right? Because now if we want to start to connect with people, now we know Scott's active on LinkedIn. There's other things. Let's actually go to view all filters here. There's a lot more filters we can do here. So for example, geography. See where it says within region in Sales Navigator, I can change that to postal code. And I can say, all right, now narrow this down only to 25 people that are, within this, I'll just use where I used to live, this postal code. All right, so now it dropped it down to 91, right? You see that? So that dropped it significantly. I can do it even, I can actually take it even lower and say, just show me people within 10 miles of that. Now I have 15, because here's the thing. My business is international. I have clients on every continent, which is so amazing. And if I connect with, if I'm looking to build somebody, what difference does it make? Like they could also be local, right? And if I'm looking to reach out to Chris or Sarah or Christopher, right? I could reach out and say, I can, like Christopher's the managing broker, right? So I can reach out to Christopher and say, hey, Christopher, you guys, I've been done some work with Terry O'Connor Realtors. So I could say, I don't know if you remember me from, Terry O'Connor, but I see that you're working at Whitebert right now. I love supporting realtors. Let me know if you want to chat, right? But here's the thing. Christopher will know that I'm local to him when he sees my profile. If Christopher was in Montana, it's not that he's going to say no, but I'm more likely to get a yes from him because he's local, right? And people like to do business with people they feel like they can meet in person someday. Right. So that's one thing you can do. There's so many other things. I mean, with using realtor as the example, we're not going to have as much, but there's things like if you want to only, your person is somebody that maybe they're in transition. So maybe you want to say, I want them to be in less than 1 year. All right, we got to expand this now. Actually, I'm going to take Rutgers out. That should give you a nice search, right? So now I want people in transition. So they've only been in that position for a year. Now, if I search, right, I can see, okay, these people have only been in their job for less than a year. And if I go to this search, this is a nice, juicy 7 people for me to reach out to because they've only been in their job for 17 years. They're in the real estate world and they've only been in this role for less than a year. So they're in transition, right? So obviously we can take this same thing and go, take it down. I mean, I'm happy if anybody has any, drop something in the comment if you've got anything that you want me to specifically look at. But do you see how you can do this? Now, there's lots of ways lots of different strategies to use LinkedIn. My strategy, the one that works for me and the one that I teach in my She's Linked Up family of programs is building relationships. I'm not looking to connect with these 7 people just to be connected to them. Now, this guy, by the way, doesn't look like he's really in real estate anymore, right? But because there is an element to this to eyeball. But I might want to check out EarthCam and see what's going on because a national sales director means, I wonder how his salespeople are building relationships, right? So there, even though he doesn't really currently fit my parameter because the word realtor is a keyword, and you can see here, we can also add title. And when you add the title, you can say, is it current, past, or past, not current, right? So if you want, if I change this from the search word, the keyword realtor, because in the other search, we don't have the ability to do this, right? I can add it as a title instead and say, only show me people that's current title is this. Or only show me people that their past title was this, right? So there's lots of different ways you can do this. Here on the free version, here's the beautiful thing, by the way. Let's say we've got this search. We love this search. We want to work this search. Remember, this is a 2nd degree search. These are people we want to connect with. I'm all about connecting with a few people every week, never 100 people a week. So 352, this search is going to last us forever, right? But we don't have the ability to save it. Okay, you used to be able to save this, and this changes, by the way, pretty frequently. Like next time I log in, it could be that you can save it again. But what you can do is you can grab this URL and copy it, put it in a, in a text document or something, and then the next time you want to check out that search, pop it in and go to it, and it should bring that search right back up for you. So even though you can't technically save it, you can pull that search back up. Here's the thing. Let's say, so we know right now there's 352 results. Let's say you send Evelyn a connection request, and Evelyn accepts your connection request. There's some logic that might think, okay, this is now going to be 351 results, and you're going to reduce it, and then eventually you're going to run out. But that's not true. Because what happens when Evelyn becomes a 1st degree connection instead of a 2nd degree connection, all of her contacts become eligible for this 2nd degree search. So it actually is a dynamic search that once Evelyn becomes a 1st degree connection, it changes this number. It can add more people. So what the reason I'm telling you this is when you spend some time creating a great search, that search will last forever, right? Because as people become 1st degree connections instead of 2nd degree connections, their contacts become eligible. The search continues to repopulate itself. So spending time on finding a search to get as close to your ideal client as you can is so huge. It's so huge because you can work these searches forever. Now in Sales Navigator, you actually can save the search. See, there's a save search button. So you can save the search and then you can go to your saved searches and you can pull them up and you can go back to it, right? But that is the question that I was asked in the Facebook group today and that I wanted to answer. So I hope that was helpful. Obviously, it's a very high level overview. If you want to know more from me, the best way to get started is with this free masterclass, KarenYankovich.com/masterclass. Get you the on-demand version of that class. You can check it out. We're not selling you anything on that program. If you're interested in learning more, all you got to do at the end, it tells you, here's how to book a call. We can talk about it, right? So we're not selling you anything. It's really all content and all really about shifting your mindset from the spray and pray and connect with a million people and send out a million messages and hope something sticks to building actual relationships, getting on the phone with these people. All right, I hope that was helpful. It was great to have a reason to hang out with you today. And I'm going to do this, hopefully start doing this more often. So if you're watching this from the Facebook group or LinkedIn, frankly, drop in the notes something else you'd like me to talk about, and I'm happy to do that. See you back here again real soon. I'm glad you like that, Ella. Take care, everyone.